Being in the ISUPK means you don't have the mark of the beast. Being outside the ISUPK, it is likely you have the mark of the beast. Because that means you would serve white Jesus.
All praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace to the elect house of David. Hebrews 5:12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, and it becomes such as have need of milk, and not of strong meat. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe, but strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. And that's take the max, discern that. It's major damage control, man, major damage control, and they seem to be getting pressed on all sides, and it's not for they're not being persecuted for righteousness' sake. I'll say it like that. So they mean to tell you that Revelation 13, the image of the beast, they'll say that's the image of white Jesus. The mark of the beast, they'll say that's also the image of white Jesus. But now the new one is, if you're in ISUPK, you don't have the mark of the beast. But if you're outside of ISUPK, you most likely, or you probably, have the mark of the beast, which also shows you they're not sure what it actually is. Because if you're saying, well, it's being not part of this group, then you'd have to say, well, you definitely do. But they're sort of saying, well, you might do. You gotta have faith or confidence in the statement you're making, man. And that's not a good place to be in. You have to be sure on that, innit? You can't say, oh well, if you're in here, you don't, but if you're outside, you probably do. It's either you do or you don't. If you know what it is, you do. But we say that the image, the icon, is the likeness, the system, not a literal image. And also the mark, of course, haragma, going into an idol, a graven thing, which is going to allow you to buy and sell. The mark is the RFID microchip. But it's major damage control. Major damage control. To the point that if you're not in their group, then that's the mark. It's not being in ISUPK. So that would mean, and then they were saying, well, and so they're trying to say eating food is sin. They're trying to say eating food is sin. Because if you don't have the mark, you won't be able to buy food. And then if you buy food, that's sin. So food is sin. These brothers are trying to tell you seriously that food will be sin. But no one's ever saying that. It's major damage control. You have to try and hype up the other opposition in order to make yours more palatable. But it don't work like that. In Agoso. So you've got, what have we got? Let's get Jeremiah 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. And scattering them would be sending them into the devices, the thoughts, the wicked meditations and musings of Esau Edom. So clearly, I know there's articles out saying they're going to get faith-based groups to push this max out. So you see what it is, it's major damage control, because the forerunner, no one said it is, but the whole idea is as soon as they concede to the max, then it's, well, what's after the max, what's it's moving to? So that it's major damage control on all sides. So Lord willing, that was edifying. On to the next one, Lord willing. Giving all praises to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi.
Being outside the ISUPK, it is likely you have the mark of the beast.